England in a semi-final of the World Cup. Coverage next. Hello and welcome to today's live audio coverage of the second semi-final from Atlanta between England and Argentina. A renownedly known first rivalry, expect a cagey, highly thought-out battle between these two huge nations. It may even get a little feisty. Can England hold out and make the final against Spain, or will Argentina prove too strong? It's going to be more than just skill this evening, but also who wants it more, who is prepared to put their bodies on the line. Let's take a look at today's teams, starting with England. In goal for England is Jordan Pickford, the back four of Reece James, John Stones, Mark Gahey, and Jed Spence. Central midfield pairing of Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson play behind Morgan Rogers, Jude Bellingham, and Anthony Gordon. They are now playing behind Harry Kane. And for Argentina, it's the 4-4-2 with Emiliano Martinez in goal, the back four of Nahul Molina, Cristian Romero, Lisandro Martinez, and Nicolas Tagliafico. Giuliano Simeone, Leandro Paredes, Alexis McAllister, and Enzo Fernandez across the midfield. And then Lionel Messi and Julian Alvarez up front. Let's take a look then closer at the game in focus. But first, the comment section. Welcome in, Ramba 2012. Yes, I am starting now. Apologies, I was just a little bit late on pressing it, but welcome in. Hope you're doing good. If you are new here, don't forget to drop me a subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget to also like the stream, share out the video, and also if you're on Twitch, don't forget to like and also drop me a follow over on there as well. So, in just a second, we shall take a look at the current form and match news. We'll take a quick 2-second interval whilst everyone just gets themselves a little set up as the sides are now out on the field ready for the national anthems. I'm looking forward to this one today. It should be an exciting encounter. So, the match news and current form. England have been far from fluent in this World Cup, but their fighting spirit has shone through in the knockout stages, most recently battling from behind to beat Norway 2-1 after extra time in the last 8. While boss Thomas Tuchel and the talisman Jude Bellingham gave contrasting views of the Three Lions' latest success, they've now reached a fourth major tournament semi-final since 2018, as many as in their entire history prior. Tuchel is bidding to become the first foreign manager in 48 years to reach the World Cup final, while England haven't reached that stage since winning the trophy in 1966, failing at the semi-final in both 1990 and 2018. Defending champions Argentina have won all 6 games at this World Cup and their last 12 at the finals overall. But they had to dig deep to navigate the knockout rounds. Lionel Scaloni's men saw a second consecutive game marred by referee controversy as they needed extra time to see off 10-man Switzerland 3-1 in the quarter-finals, marking them the competition's top scorers ahead of the semi-finals with 17 goals. That's just one short of Argentina's record in a single World Cup set in 1930 when they reached the final, and you would have to be brave to back against them here, given they possess the competition's best 100% win rate at the semi-final stage. The head-to-head history: England may have only lost 3 of their 14 matches against Argentina, but the last 2 of those defeats came at the World Cup, famously in 1986 and 1998. The Three Lions have since gone unbeaten in 3 head-to-heads, winning 2, drawing 1, winning the last 2. So, if you aren't here, do drop in your predictions today. We have about 5 minutes till kickoff, so do get in those predictions for the scores and what you think will happen. Let's take a look at the officials today. We have Ismail Alfaf from the United States. Corey Parker and Kyle Atkins are also from the United States as the 2 assistant referees. The 4th official is Mauricio Mariani from Italy, and the reserve assistant referee is Daniele Bindone, also from Italy. The video assistant referee today is Marco Di Bello from Italy. Juan Lara, I think that's, I'm not sure where Juan Lara is from, and Tatiana Guzman from Nicaragua. There are 2 standby VARs today of Armando Villarreal and Joe Dickinson, both from the United States. I shall get the Juan Lara's nationality for you in just a few moments. I think he's Colombian, though, just from guessing, but I'm not too sure. I would say the key battles today will obviously be the defence for England, Guahi and Stones against Messi and Alvarez, sorry. And then Kane and Bellingham up against Romero and Martinez. But that midfield's also going to play a huge part today with Paredes and McAllister against Anderson and Declan Rice. They will be critical if either side are going to win this one. And I think, to be honest, if England can get the early goals in this one, they definitely do stand a better chance. If it's 1-0 going into 70 minutes, I'll be heavily nervous because we all know what Argentina have as the game progresses in huge amount of longevity and able to spread their play over the whole 90 minutes, which does definitely create some issues if you are hoping to just see out a game. But that's where the squad's going to come into effect. It's good to see Reece James back today after an injury. It's interesting that Jed Spence gets the nod ahead of Nico O'Reilly. I wonder if Nico O'Reilly hasn't quite recovered yet from that hamstring injury he went off with against Norway. And then also Morgan Rogers is preferred today to both Noni Madueke and Bukayo Saka. So it's going to be definitely interesting for England to see how that one goes. If anyone just have any opinions on that, do drop those into the comments. It'd be greatly appreciated, guys. And we'll see how it goes. They're just currently going through the England side against it, so will we. Jordan Pickford in goal, the back four of Reece James, John Stones, Mark Guehi and Jed Spence, Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson. We've got Morgan Rogers, Jude Bellingham and Anthony Gordon behind Harry Kane. As for Argentina, it's Emiliano Martinez in goal, Nahel Molina, Cristian Romero, Lisandro Martinez and Nicolas Tagliafico across the back four. Guillermo Simeone, Leandro Paredes, Alexis McAllister, and Enzo Fernandez. And then Lionel Messi and Julian Alvarez up front in a 4-4-2 formation. They've got Lautaro Martinez on the bench if needed as well later in the game. England are in white shirts, white shorts, and white socks. And Argentina are in navy blue today, all the way down. Shirts, socks, and shorts. So it's basically white against navy today, as they couldn't really wear that white and sky blue as it would clash with the England white. We are just about ready here for kickoff in just a few moments. I need that screen there. So I think Argentina will be getting us kicked off in just a few moments here. But you do still have time to get your predictions in. Mine's going to be a 2-1 England, as we currently now await the kickoff. Messi's currently strolling around the centre circle, waiting for Ismail Alfaf to tell us we can get underway. And they're currently now going to start the countdown, which is happening now. And I believe Messi's going to play this back in a second. And we're underway with Messi playing it back to Paredes. Paredes now gives it back to Romero. Romero goes all the way back to Emiliano Martinez. He now gives it out again to Paredes, back across to Romero. Romero now wider to Molina, and Molina, it deflects there off of, actually just want to play by Molina, and it's now thrown in by Jed Spence to Mark Gaihi. Gaihi further across now to John Stones. Stones now towards halfway, turns, gives it across now to Mark Gaihi, and Gaihi now plays it sideways and forward a bit to Spence. Spence turns it back inside to Mark Gaihi, and Gaihi goes further inside now to Elliot Anderson. Anderson, he now plays it across to Stones and back inside to Anderson. Anderson over halfway and gives it to Rice, and then gets it back to Anderson, who then turns and turns again and gives it back now to Rice, back inside to Anderson. He's now getting pressed by McAllister, but it's given back there to John Stones. And Stones now turns it across to Mark Gaihi. Gaihi now turns it across to Jed Spence, and Spence now turns it back to Mark Gaihi again, and he now turns and plays it forward now to Bellingham, back now to Gaihi. And the judge to think with a foul there on Bellingham, so it's going to be a free kick to England, just inside their own half. The foul there was by Leandro Paredes off the ball, shoving Bellingham to the floor. So England get the free kick, and the United States referee just having a word there with a few Argentinians, and then my guy, he's taken the free kick back to Pickford. He now goes long, over the top, looking towards Anthony Gordon. It's headed down by Molina to Simeone. Simeone turns and gives it back inside now to Romero. Romero further inside to Enzo Fernandez. Back to Romero. And it's now going all the way across to Lisandro Martinez. Now down the line to Tagliafico. And then it's smashed off of Bellingham and out for an Argentina throw. Good start this from England. They're trying to push Argentina back, but Tagliafico has the throw. And he's going to take this throw in just a second here. And launches it inside now towards Alvarez. Further inside now to Messi. And now further forward, but it's intercepted by Gaihi. And Gaihi further forward to Anderson. Anderson to Rice. Rice now forward to Reece James. And then goes back there. But just now to the foul, I think, on Anderson. Bit delayed. I think they were trying to play advantage, but the referee has now pulled this one back. There's a bit of a clash there in the middle. Both sides having a bit of a flare up already in this one after 3 minutes. I told you it could be feisty. There's still a bit of an altercation here going between Leandro Paredes and Jude Bellingham, having a few words. If you are new here, don't forget to drop me a subscribe on YouTube, and also like the video. And if you are on Twitch, don't forget to drop me a follow. It'll be greatly appreciated. As there it was Enzo Fernandez who blocks off Anderson. Messi with a turn there, and then I think it with Anderson that received the ball and then just got nudged off it there, off by Enzo Fernandez. So it will be a free kick to England just over the halfway line inside the Argentina half. As we're currently focusing now on Tuchel and Reece James. Jude Bellingham's complaining about an elbow to the head. I'm not quite sure I believe that. It's now with Rice to Anderson. Anderson carries the ball inside, all the way across to the far side, and then gives it to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon turns and then gives it back to Anderson. Anderson goes further back there to Gaihi. Gaihi turns. Now gives it across to Jordan Pickford, who's way out of his goal, and then plays it across to John Stones. Stones now inside to Anderson, and Anderson further across to Declan Rice. Declan Rice now turns, and he gives it across to John Stones, and Stones now carries the ball forward and gives it across to Gaihi. Mug Gaihi, towards halfway, now plays it across to Jed Spence. Spence goes charging forward towards the box, goes round Molina. Good run this from Jed Spence, but then a good tackle there from Enzo Fernandez to win it back, and now played out towards Simeone, who has to give it inside to Romero, and then Molina clears long up there towards the running of Messi, and Geichi now turns this one back to Pickford. Pickford now carries the ball out and plays it into the middle to Declan Rice. He goes back now to Geichi, and Geichi then slides it across again to Jordan Pickford, who's now inside his box, plays this one long, up out towards Reece James. Reece James battling over on that far side, giving away to McAllister. It's now Alvarez, but it's now gone all the way through to Mark Geichi, and he slows it down and gives it to Anderson. Anderson now to Stones, and Stones out to James. James inside to Anderson, but that's a misplaced pass, and that's gone out of play for a throw to Argentina. What is everyone's early thoughts then? There are 9 of you in the chat. Do drop your thoughts in there into the comment section. It's now with Paredes to Romero. Romero now plays it wider to the far side to Molina. Good battling there from Bellingham, but it's gone out towards Simeone, and Spence now has it. Good play that from Jed Spence. Turns and then battles. It's had to go back towards Anderson, and Anderson again gets fouled. Free kick to England. Anderson and getting battered early on here by that Argentina midfield. But good work there to get there first from Elliot Anderson to get the free kick. 6 minutes gone here. England 0, Argentina 0 in Atlanta. It's now gone back to Jordan Pickford. And Pickford about, I'd say, 25 yards out from goal, has this and slows it down. And then dinks the ball forward, over the top, looking for Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers takes this one down, carries it towards the box. Good running there. Tries to put the ball in, and it's put behind for a corner off of Alexis McAllister. And that is the first corner of the game here for England on this near side, the England right, which Declan Rice will come over to take. Declan Rice to take on this near side. It's going to be an out swinger. Stones and Guy here come up from the back. And Declan Rice is just waiting for the signal that he can take this. Kane's gone towards the back of the box here on one of the smaller Argentina players. As Declan Rice now whips his ball into the box. It goes all the way through. It's flicked out there by Romero. Bellingham now battling for it. It's come down to Messi. Spence with a brilliant tackle. Geichi now gives it out towards Morgan Rogers, but it's judged to have been a handball maybe. And I think it's going to be a free kick to Argentina. There was a foul there by Simeone, I'd say, on John Stones, but nothing really doing with that. And Paredes takes the free kick inside towards Enzo Fernandez, then gets it back and played it back again. Good interplay there between the two of them. And it's gone back there now to Romero. Cristian Romero then plays it out to McAllister. It's now gone further wider to Nahuel Molina. Molina goes back to Martinez in goal. And he then plays it out to Lisandro Martinez. And now to Tagliafico. Tagliafico cuts inside and gives it to McAllister. Trying to get it back there. There's just been a foul there by Bellingham on Tagliafico. And it's going to be a free kick to Argentina. Colsey says 2-1 to Argentina. Well, that's not very optimistic, Colsey. I've gone 2-1 the opposite way. It's now with Enzo Fernandez. Welcome in, Colsey. It's now with Romero. And Romero forward to Messi. Wider then to Molina. Back inside to Romero. Now to Enzo Fernandez. Back to Romero. And he's carrying it forward. Good play this from Romero. Got your turn down just because you're slightly ahead of me. Yeah, no worries, Colsey. And it's now with... It's gone down there from a foul on Anderson by Simeone, which Guahi will take and plays across now to Anderson. Anderson plays it forward to Bellingham, round the corner now towards Kane, who goes down. It's now with Martinez, forward to McAllister, now to Fernandez, who gets pulled down by Anderson, and that's going to be a free kick to Argentina. As now gone to CM Fantino again in the crowd. Seems to be doing that every single game at the moment. And it's now with Paredes. Paredes across to Romero. And Romero further forward now to McAllister. And that's a poor pass by McAllister out of play there for a throw, which Jed Spence will take inside now to Elliot Anderson. Anderson now further inside to Bellingham. Goes back now to Gaihi. And Gaihi inside to Anderson. Anderson dinks the ball over the top. Looking there for the run of Anthony Gordon. Good run from Gordon. Pulls it across, but it's too far. Too close, sorry, to Emiliano Martinez, who then bowls it out to Tagliafico. Tagliafico now inside to Lisandro Martinez. Turns and plays it back now to Emiliano Martinez. Slowing the game down here. Walking the ball towards the edge of the box. Morgan Rogers tries to press. And then Martinez clears long. And John Stones sees this one out for a throw on the near side, the England right. Bit of a cagey start, but it's kind of what I expected. It's now with Romero. Hits it inside, give it away there to Anderson. Anderson goes charging through the middle. Rogers tries to get there. I think Anderson wanted the free kick. Bellingham then goes down. And I'm not sure whether there's going to be a foul there or not. Anderson's asking for a foul in the build-up there. Tuchel's going mad. I'm not exactly sure what the referee's given here, actually. I think he might have stopped play for the player that hit the deck. We're just looking at the Anderson run. He gets touching the ball to Enzo Fernandez. I think that's probably what stops Anderson getting the free kick. Anderson then tries to halt Fernandez getting up, which probably is a free kick. And then a discussion between the referee and Paredes here. I think he pulled down Jude Bellingham. And there's going to be a free kick to Argentina. I think it's going to be a drop ball. It's actually going to be a drop ball, so obviously there wasn't a foul in there. The referee just stopped as the player hit the deck. So the referee drops the ball to Lisandro Martinez, who then puts it inside to McAllister, then down to Tagliafico, back then to Lisandro Martinez, and he plays it back now to Paredes, and Paredes inside to Enzo Fernandez, who comes charging forward towards halfway, gives it now wider over on that far side towards Messi, who slipped, but still made its way to Molina. Now inside to Fernandez and back to Molina, and Molina now plays it back to Romero. Now gives it across to Paredes, back across to Romero, and Romero comes charging forward towards halfway, then plays it forward to Enzo Fernandez. That was number 4. Love position. Anyway, it's now wider to Messi. Messi round the corner, there for the run of Simeone, but that's offside, and it's going to be a free kick to England. If you are new here on YouTube, don't forget to drop me a subscribe and a like on the video if you're enjoying what you're hearing. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's now with Guahi to Anderson. Anderson. He now gives it to Stones, and Stones back inside to Anderson. Anderson now he's twisting and turning there. Anderson inside his own half, and then plays it across to Bellingham. Bellingham now goes back to Gaihi. Not Gaihi. Now to Bellingham, and Bellingham back to Gaihi. Now plays it wider still to Jed Spence. Good play. Now gives it to Gordon. Gordon goes charging towards the Argentina box. Still going. Cuts inside. Still going. Still cuts inside. Then gets crowded out by Enzo Fernandez. McAllister now to Simeone. Simeone plays around the corner to Messi. Back inside to McAllister. Gets it back there off of Messi again. It's wider still to Simeone. Simeone. He then dinks the ball over the top, looking towards Alvarez. James get there, but it's deflected straight to Alvarez. It's whipped in there by Simeone towards the back post. But there's too much on that. It's come all the way through to this near side to Tagliafico. Tagliafico now inside to Paredes. And Paredes now inside further to Lisandro Martinez. Back to Paredes. And Paredes now across to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez wider still now to Molina, and Molina further down the line to Simeone, who gives it back inside now to Molina, and it's now with Paredes. Paredes to McAllister. McAllister dinks it over top, headed out there by Guahi towards Spence. Simeone becomes physical, it comes off of Spence. It's going to be a throw there to Argentina, which Simeone takes quickly back to Molina. Molina inside further to Paredes, and Paredes now twists, turns, and holds on to it, and then plays it forward there to Fernandez. Back inside to Messi. He gets it back now to Fernandez, but good interception there by Guahi to set Bellingham away. And then Paredes wins it back with an amazing tackle, and it's now gone back to Romero. Romero now forward again to Molina, turned by McAllister. Good turn. It's now with Messi, who goes down, nothing doing. Bellingham can come away with the ball here, and then play it wider to Gordon. Gordon turns, goes down, and gets the free kick. Referee's letting a lot go so far. That was definitely a free. Oh, he wins the ball actually, and then goes through Bellingham. But decent start here. It's now with Rice to Stones. Stones now plays it wider to Morgan Rogers. Rogers turns it back inside to Reece James, and Reece James now back to John Stones. Stones now to Anderson. Turns, plays it down to John Stones again, and Stones then carries the ball forward, gives it to Reece James, gets it back, and Reece James gets it back off Stones. It's now gone back to Elliot Anderson, who gives it across to Guahi. Guahi, over halfway, looks up, plays it wide now to Spence. Spence plays it back now to Guahi, and Guahi now inside the Argentina half gives it to Harry Kane. Kane, who's dropped deep, then plays it forward to Reece James. James now gives it to Bellingham, back now to Reece James, now on the left-hand side, gives it to Spence. Spence tricks inside, good play this from Jed Spence, and it's then gone out for a goal kick off of Jed Spence. So it'll be goal kick to Argentina. He wanted the corner. But good play initially from Jed Spence, just couldn't quite get through enough of the bodies to put the ball across. It's now with Martinez to Sandro Martinez, and it's now wider to Tagliafico. Tagliafico tries to play around the corner, but good interception there by Bellingham and gives it to Stones. He goes further back to Pickford, and Pickford now goes across to Declan Rice. Rice goes charging forward. Good play this from Declan Rice. Now wider towards Reece James, who goes further around the corner towards Morgan Rogers, who goes down. I'm not sure whether that's going to be free kick or throw, but it's definitely gone to England. Harry Kane's having a word with the referee here. Morgan Rogers looks a little bit frustrated, but I think it's gone out for a throw on this near side. We didn't see the throw because I was showing a replay, but it's now with Guahi to Spence, and Spence goes further wide to Gordon. Gordon now inside to Bellingham, who gives it back to Guahi, and Guahi now slows it down and plays it across to Anthony Gordon. Gordon now goes back inside to Guahi, and Guahi turns and plays it across to John Stones. Stones now to Reece James. And James down the line looking towards Rogers. Played first time inside to Declan Rice. Battling away. Gives it now back to Rogers. Good play this. And Rice then stretches to try and win this. It deflects off there of Paredes. And he gets the throw on this near side to Declan Rice. And then Reece James takes that quickly into Anderson. Anderson now pulls it across to Guahi. And Guahi forward now to Gordon. Gordon inside to Kane. Kane now further down this near side to Morgan Rogers. Further around the corner to Reece James, who pulls the ball across, but straight into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. And a couple of those so far in the first half, where we've got round the full-back and then pulled it straight into the hands of Martinez. Needs to get a bit more of a pullback on this one to get it out of reach of Martinez there. As Martinez now plays it to Lisandro Martinez. Has now played it further around the corner towards Enzo Fernandez. Actually, this is Messi. Messi turns. It's one back there by Anderson, but it's kind of played forward aimlessly there, which means that Romero can go back and collect. It's now gone back to Emiliano Martinez. Again, slows it down and plays it inside to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez now carries the ball out and gives it around the corner to Tagliafico. He goes charging forward and gives it wide to the near side to Alvarez. Julian Alvarez towards the edge of the box, whips the ball across towards near post and Messi, and in the end it's gone deflected up in the air, headed back by Molina. Messi then heads it down. Guahi wins it. There's just to have been an offside there, so it's going to be a free kick to England, and the danger has been averted again here early in this. Well, after 20 minutes, it's still England 0, Argentina 0. As Guahi now gets ready to take this free kick and passes it short to Pickford. Pickford now carrying the ball forward towards the edge of the box. He just keeps hold of it to Jordan Pickford inside his area. And then looks to clear long over the top. Looking there for the run of Bellingham. A bit of a tangle there with Tagliafico. And I think it's a judge that, sorry, it was Rodgers that was with the tangle with Tagliafico. I think it's a judge that Rodgers has fouled Tagliafico. So it's going to be a free kick to Argentina. And to be honest, I agree. It was a foul by Rodgers. It's now gone forward towards Messi. Dinked over the top of Spence. Wider now to Molina. Now back out to Messi. Messi now inside to McAllister. Now wider again to Fernandez and inside to Paredes. Now to McAllister, back to Paredes. Paredes further inside again and gets it back, does Paredes. And it's slowed down. And Paredes is just holding on to it, looking for runners, looking for options. And then comes across to this near side and gives it to Alvarez. Alvarez then plays it across with Reece James, which means he's going to bounce all the way out for a throw on this near side. Good block there from Reece James. And Alvarez now throws it back to Lisandro Martinez. Inside now to Paredes. And Paredes back down to near side to Lisandro Martinez. Now wide to Tagliafico. And then he goes back to Lisandro Martinez. Now inside to Paredes. And Paredes across to Cristian Romero. Just over halfway. It's now with McAllister. Now gives it back to Romero. They're trying to claim a foul there on McAllister, which I think the referee has agreed. It's going to be a free kick to Argentina. Yeah, Bellingham was a bit late there, in all fairness. So there is going to be a free kick for Argentina just over halfway, which Messi's going to take. It's about, I'd say, 15 yards into the England half. And over on the left-hand side. Good opportunity to get the ball into an area here. Messi plays it wide to Simeone on that far side. Simeone having a run at Jed Spence, pulls the ball across. It bounces off of Jed Spence and out for a corner on that far side for Argentina to take, as we are currently looking at Aguero over there in the crowd. And it's going to be whipped in from that far side there by, I believe it's going to be Enzo Fernandez. Once the referee's finished lecturing Jordan Pickford and Simeone there, Israel Al-Faf has got a bit of his work cut out today with these two sides. But Pickford and Simeone are currently having a good lecture here from the referee. And now I think it's going to be Messi on that far side to take the corner. Whipped in towards the box. Pickford can't quite get there, but it's just a bit of foul. So it's going to be a free kick for England as Simeone was holding Pickford there. He just about gets up. It comes off Spence anyway. But that is going to be the first half hydration break. After 24 minutes, it's England 0, Argentina 0. Good. It's been a bit of a scrappy first half, I'd say so far. Not really had any clear-cut chances. It's been a bit of a battle as I alluded to in my intro, um, it's been reasonable enough. England have been in it. I think probably if they could get the final balls right into the box, they'd be in business. Not really seen too much from Argentina going forward the other way, although they have got a huge amount of quality. It'll be interesting to see how this hydration break has an effect on things, because we do usually find that the hydration breaks have had an effect in this World Cup. So it's just who can make use of it and who's going to go to sleep, which usually is what England do. They did after the Norway hydration break in the first half. But so far, so good, I would say. We've kept it pretty tight. The movement's been okay. The passing's been okay. Just the end product, ball into the box, has been leaving a little bit to be desired so far. We haven't really seen any shots on target yet either, so that'll be something that we do wish to see um, in the second part of this first half. Do 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 do. But yeah, I think to be honest, we just need to see a bit more interchange between Bellingham and Rodgers. I think, and I might be able to move these around. Um, but we're definitely giving them a match so far in the midfield. They try to out physical us at the minute, and I don't think it's working. So we'll have to see what the remainder of the half, how the remainder of the half goes. Tuchel is currently giving out some pretty deep instructions to the majority of the side here, as they're just going to come out now for the next part of play, receiving the hydration break. So we'll just take that back off. Do do do. And we'll restart with the England free kick and Jordan Pickford after that corner about 3 minutes ago. As Jordan Pickford now has got back to the ball, touches it and plays it out to Gaihi. Gaihi now plays it back to Jordan Pickford, and Pickford now launches this one inside aimlessly. It's kind of won back there by Argentina. It's now with Alvarez to Messi, and in the end, it has gone behind there for a goal kick. Pickford's got to be careful of doing those, because too many of those, and you will find yourselves in trouble. He's got away with that one, as now Pickford again has it. And he's going to play this one long again. This time gets a bit more air on it. And it's now with Reece James forward towards Jude Bellingham, who hits the floor. It's going to be a free kick there for England. Argentina were hoping it was going to be a throw. It was a throw. Okay, he changed his mind there, the referee. Thomas Tuchel's going berserk. I can see why. And Fernandez now gives it back to Paredes. Paredes now to Romero. And Romero gives it back to Emiliano Martinez. Emiliano Martinez is slowing this one down. And still slows this one down. And still is slowing this one down. And is waiting for a bit of movement. Then gives it across to Cristian Romero. And Romero now gives it back to Emiliano Martinez. I think England are just letting them have it here. And Martinez dinks this one right over the top, looking there for the run of Simeone. It's now with Fernandez, wider to Messi, now back to Simeone, and it's got to have to play there for an England throw. Argentina are a bit careless with the ball there, and Spence throws it back inside to Gaihi, now to Elliot Anderson. Anderson can bring this more into the middle of the park and gives it now to Harry Kane. Kane, who's dropped very, very deep, dinks the ball over the top, looking there towards the run of Reece James, who can get there. Oh, just beaten to it by Tagliafico, and now Reece James won the throw. James now launches this one back to John Stones. Stones now inside to Elliot Anderson. Anderson now plays it across to Jed Spence. Spence forward now to Gordon. Gordon inside to Bellingham. Back now to Spence. Spence to Anderson. Actually, sorry, that's to Gordon, sorry. And the Gordon's adjudged to have fouled Simeone there. They're taking the free kick quickly to Alvarez. It's now with McAllister. Further inside to Enzo Fernandez. Now gives it back to Romero. Romero then goes across to Emiliano Martinez, back inside his own penalty area. Now to Lisandro Martinez. Forward to Fernandez. Wider now to Tagliafico. Down the line to Alvarez. Is now changed by Paredes and Tagliafico on this near side. Back to Paredes. And Paredes is now carrying this ball forward up towards halfway. It's now given across to Messi, who plays it across his near side to Tagliafico. Tagliafico back inside some Lisandro Martinez to Paredes. Paredes over the top. That's too strongly hit, and that's gone out of play for a goal kick to be taken by Mark Guéhi. As we've got the former England manager Fabio Capello in the crowd today. As Jordan Pickford is now going to take this and eventually takes it long over the top, looking there for the run of Anthony Gordon, but Molina clears. Only to find out for Bellingham to win it. Good play this from Jude Bellingham. Good strength. Now turns, has a run towards the box. Good play, goes down, gets the free kick. That is immense play there from Bellingham, and he goes down eventually under the foul from Cristian Romero. But that is brilliant play from Jude Bellingham, England's number 10. Direct running towards the box, and he's won the free kick there. Brilliant play, and gets the applause of Thomas Tuchel. A whole posse of names are over there to take this. I believe it'll probably be Reece James or Declan Rice, as the rest of them now move away towards the penalty area. Good position this to whip the ball into the box. Rice and James are over it. I think it's more in the position for Declan Rice, to be fair, to get it towards that far post with pace. Yeah, Reece James has moved away from it now. So it will be Declan Rice over on that far side. Just get some pace on it. Rice puts his hand up, whips the ball into the box. It goes towards the back post. Stones tries to get his head onto it. And in the end, it has gone behind for a goal kick. I mean, Morgan Rogers shoves over Tagliafico at the back post. And then John Stones heads that out of play, actually, so it was going to be a goal kick. And now Emiliano Martinez plays it out to Paredes. Paredes across to Cristian Romero. Romero forward to Molina. Molina inside to Enzo Fernandez, who clears this one long upfield. Jed Spence battling there with Simeone. And in the end, it's Guéhi that steps in and wins it, and wins the free kick from the foul there from Simeone. They wanted to take it quickly. The referee wasn't ready, so we're going to have to retake that again here in just a moment. The referee's blown his whistle. I think he wants to have a word here with Simeone, and Simeone just backing away. That was a bit soft, that from Simeone. I can see why the free kick was given, but it was a bit of a soft one, in my opinion. As now Guéhi gets ready to take this free kick. And plays it back inside to Jordan Pickford. Pickford now to Stones. Stones turns this one back to Jordan Pickford. And Pickford now again slowing the game down. And goes over the top there, looking towards Anthony Gordon. Actually, that's to Spence. Spence inside to Anthony Gordon. That was a good ball from Spence, but in the end, Martinez's movement was brilliant. It's come out as far as Reece James, then dinks the ball into the box. Too much on that. That should now come all the way through this near side. Simeone battling with Spence again. Spence trying to get past Simeone. Can't quite do so. And Simeone did great play, but then Spence has won it back. And then Molina's now won it back. Now goes giving away there to Bellingham. Inside to Gordon. Gordon now turns and gives it back to Bellingham. Bellingham goes down. Free kick again to England. Foul this time by Nahuel Molina. Good play again from Jude Bellingham. And it's good interplay there between Bellingham and Gordon, but Molina then shoves over Bellingham. I'm not quite sure the Argentinians are quite convinced that was quite strong enough for a free kick, but in the end it was given as a free kick, and this time Reece James goes over to take this one, and Declan Rice stands outside the box. The ball comes back now to Reece James for this free kick. I think it got rolled away in the bits just before it. Reece James gets ready to whip this one in from that left-hand side. Gets the ball over top. Martinez shoves this one out. Anderson jumps in the air. Bellingham tries to get up. Can't quite get there. It's flicked away by Tagliafico. And then comes bouncing out now to James. James to Rice. Rice forward and giving away there to Alvarez. Alvarez out to that far side towards Messi. Messi. Good win by Spence. Battling away there. Messi now has got to managed to keep hold of that somehow. And it's now a foul by Jed Spence on Messi. And again, we have a bit of a confrontation as Romero and Anderson square up. Now, Martinez and Anderson have squared up. I'm wondering if the foul was by Anderson. The yellow card is out. I'm not quite sure exactly who's getting brandished for the yellow card now. Rogers and Martinez have squared up here. And Martinez and Rogers are still going before Romero shoves them away. There's a yellow card still in the referee's hand here. I'm not quite sure exactly who he wants to give it to. I think it's going to be given to Elliot Anderson here for the free kick. Anderson's having a stroll over. Harry Kane's over there also speaking. Anderson does get booked. And Paredes is now angry about something. I mean, there seems to be a lot of anger flying around at the moment. Wouldn't be surprised if a red card happens in this game at some point. Because so far there's been a lot of flare-ups. But Anderson is now booked with about 8 minutes plus added time to go in the first half. Messi stands over this free kick. Paredes is just to his left here. But Messi's still waiting to take this one. And in the end plays it across to Paredes. Paredes now back across to Messi. Messi goes charging forward. Hits a shot, blocked by Harry Kane. Comes out to Fernandez, who hits a shot. And that's just over the bar there. He's claiming corner. And the referee's given a goal kick. Much to the frustration of Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez hits a shot. I don't see a deflection there. I think the referee's got that one correct. As Pickford plays us out to Stones. Stones now turns it back inside to Declan Rice. Rice now to Pickford. And Pickford clears this one long out towards Anthony Gordon. There's one back there by Molina. Now to Romero. And Romero across to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez now gives it further inside to Paredes. Paredes now gives it back to Cristian Romero. And Romero now has it just inside the Argentina half, about 5 yards from the halfway line. Gives it back to Paredes. And Paredes now turns and has to go all the way back to Emiliano Martinez. Good pressing there from Harry Kane. Emiliano Martinez just on the edge of the D. Now carries it back inside his box. Doesn't really see much movement, so he's just keeping hold of it, is Emiliano Martinez. This is great running down the clock, by the way. And then Martinez clears the ball over top, looking there for the run of Simeone, but Rice wins it back. Up in the air now towards Spence, and then Anderson can flick this one on towards Kane. Paredes heads back the other way. It's bounced up in the air. Simeone then brings it down to Messi. Messi forward towards McAllister. Messi then out again there towards I think it's towards the run there of McAllister, but Rice clears that one way forward and out to play for an Argentina throw, which has been taken quickly, and it's now with Paredes. Paredes now plays it wide to Molina. Molina turns, gives it back now to Romero. Romero down further to Martinez. Martinez carries the ball forward, still going as Martinez, and still going, plays it forward now to, I think that was towards Alvarez, and now it's gone back to Romero. Romero now, wider still towards Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez now to Messi. Messi turns, good turn from Lionel Messi. Now inside to McAllister, and now wide to this side to Tagliafico. Tagliafico now to Martinez, and Martinez to Alvarez. Alvarez carries the ball across the field and gives it across to that far side to Simeone. Simeone now gives it back to Enzo Fernandez. Now back to Simeone, and he goes all the way back to Cristian Romero. Romero now to Paredes, and Paredes to Messi. Messi forward to Enzo Fernandez, then gives it wider to Simeone, and Simeone to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez turns, gives it inside again to Messi. Messi goes further around towards McAllister, and it's gone back there by Rice, and is now with Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers trying to use his strength to hold him off. In the end, it's given us a free kick, and a yellow card has been brandished now to, I believe that was given to Lisandro Martinez for the shirt pull on Morgan Rogers. So that's Lisandro Martinez now on the yellow card. Run at him because he's booked. And England will have another free kick, which will be taken by Anderson back to Stones. Actually, Stones is now giving it to Guy here. Now it's with Bellingham forward to Spence. Spence over on that far side, turns, gives it back now to Bellingham. And Bellingham gives it that back now to Geihi. Geihi to Stones. Stones. Now gives it down the near side to Reece James. And it forward to Rogers. It's one back there by Tagliafico inside to McAllister. Now Paredes gives it inside to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez. Wider to Molina. Molina. Now inside to Enzo Fernandez. And Fernandez now to Messi. Messi turns, tries to get around Anderson. Good win by Anderson, and then gets floored by Enzo Fernandez. Free kick, and Anderson takes it quickly to Bellingham. Bellingham trying to go on a run down that far side. Bellingham again hits the deck, but it's not given as a free kick. This time Romero has it. Romero now goes back to, I believe that was Molina. Now to Emiliano Martinez, to Lisandro Martinez. Now to Tagliafico. Tagliafico turns, gives it inside to Alvarez. Alvarez now goes back to Lisandro Martinez, and now further inside to Paredes. Paredes now forward to Molina, and Molina gives it further wide now to Messi. Messi down the line, looking there for the run of Simeone. Simeone's got Geihi for company. Simeone goes down. Actually, it's going to be a throw to England, which will be taken by Jed Spence. With about 2 minutes time to go before half time, it's still England 0, Argentina 0. And the throw now from Spence is thrown down the line towards Kane, and now inside to Anderson. Now with Spence. Spence gives it back to Geihi, and Geihi goes further back now to Jordan Pickford. Pickford turns into this near side to John Stones. Stones carries the ball forward. Still has it as John Stones. Then plays it forward to Bellingham. Back now to Anderson. Anderson plays it wider to Spence. And Jed Spence now looks up and plays the ball over the top there, looking for the run of Bellingham. But Lisandro Martinez has got there first and clears that one out of play for an England throw, which Jed Spence now launches back inside to Geihi. Back now to Spence. And Spence goes further inside to Elliot Anderson. Anderson now plays this one long, over the top, looking there towards Reece James. Too much on that. And it's going to be a throw to Argentina, up a level with their own penalty area, which Nicholas Tagliafico will take. There's a ball behind you, Nicholas. And he claims now. Tagliafico. Getting ready to take this throw. Launches it long. Now forward. Anderson wins it. Plays it inside to Bellingham. Bellingham goes down. Nothing given. It's now with Alvarez. Wide to Molina. Back to Alvarez. Turns. Gives it back now to Paredes. And Paredes further wider to Molina. There's going to be 3 minutes of added time in this first half. So that's going to be 3 minutes of added time. That'll just be for the hydration break. And it's now with Reece James. Reece James forward now to forward to Rice. Rice now to Stones, and Stones gives it wide to Spence. He goes back now to Gaihi. Gaihi carries it forward, looks up, now plays it to Kane. He gives it to Declan Rice, who was screaming for it. Rice now plays down the near side to Reece James. Reece James twisting, turning, trying to get down the line. Never looked comfortable having hold of the ball there. Tries to play forward to Rice. It's going to be a throw to England. There's 2 balls on the field. So can somebody please get rid of one? Declan Rice does. And then Reece James throws the correct ball into Anderson. Anderson across to Gaihi. And Gaihi then to Anderson. Anderson asking for some movement is now given wide to Declan Rice. Declan Rice now to Reece James on this near side. Back inside to Declan Rice. And Rice further inside to Bellingham now to Reece James. Reece James now across to John Stones. Stones now across to James. And James gives it down the line to Morgan Rogers. Rogers turns. Now plays it inside to Reece James. And Reece James goes back to John Stones. Stones turns and gives it back to Pickford. Pickford now, way out of his goal, gives it to Anderson. And Anderson turns, plays the ball through the gap now to Bellingham, who slips. And also adjudged to have been offside, so it's going to be a free kick to Argentina. It's now with Paredes, who's going to take this free kick. And Paredes is very slow to take this free kick. Thomas Tuchel is deep making notes for the half-time team talk. Paredes launches it out to Tagliafico. Tagliafico now gives it back to Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez inside now to Enzo Fernandez. And now to Tagliafico. Tagliafico further down the line to Julian Alvarez. There's a push there on... Well, I thought there's a push there on number 24 for Argentina. Enzo Fernandez. It's gone back now to Anderson. Anderson plays it out towards Reece James. Paredes there, the high foot. And it's going to be a free kick for England for that high foot by Leandro Paredes. Harry Kane takes this one quickly into Anderson. Anderson now across to Gaihi. And Gaihi further across to Jed Spence. Spence now gives it wider still to Gordon. Gordon towards the edge of the box. Cuts inside. Dinks the ball in. It's gone way over the top. I think they're appealing for a corner. We've played 48 minutes here. And that's it. That's half time. England 0, Argentina 0 at half time here in Atlanta. So it's all square. And we are no further of knowing who's going to go where. But I'll take a quick 15-minute break. And I'll see everybody for the second half. Okay, welcome back to Atlanta for the second half between England and Argentina. We are 45 minutes away from potentially knowing what's going to happen here. Um, it could go to extra time, but I'm really hoping we get this sorted in the next 45 minutes. England have just entered the field on this near side, well, the right-hand side. They'll be going from right to left in this second half. Argentina from left to right. They're also out now as well. I don't believe there are any changes as of yet, but we shall see if that remains the case. Obviously, Lissandro Martinez and Elliot Anderson are both on bookings so far. They are the only two on bookings. Declan Rice is getting ready to take the kickoff. Once he has a ball, the referee now has rolled him the ball. He's doing a few kick-ups at the moment. We'll see if we've got any further with the quality in the final third in the second half. England usually play their kickoffs back to Pickford, so we'll see if that's the case this time. 5 seconds till we do get back underway. 1. And we're underway with Declan Rice, who gives it back to Jordan Pickford. Pickford now holds on to it. He's got Simeone right in front of him. So Pickford is slowing this one down. Oh, we're going to have to retake the kickoff again here. Right, okay. For some reason the referee wasn't happy with that kickoff. So now we're back underway for the second half. Pickford now has it again from Declan Rice, and it's now cleared long upfield, up towards Harry Kane. It's one back there by Romero, but Rice then heads wider to Anthony Gordon. Now with Romero, now to Enzo Fernandez, who's giving it to Alvarez. Alvarez goes through the middle, now looking towards the far side. So I go back to McAllister. McAllister now goes further back to Paredes. And Paredes now to McAllister. McAllister now back to Paredes, who gives it wide as near side to Molina. Molina down the line to Simeone. And Simeone now goes back to Paredes. Paredes now is giving it back inside to McAllister. McAllister goes wider to Tagliafico. Tagliafico. There. Right. I'm a few seconds ahead now on the countdown, but I brought it back into a bit more of a timescale. It started with Simeone, and Simeone now goes back to Molina. Molina now to Romero. Romero forward to Enzo Fernandez. Back to Molina. Now to Romero. And it now goes further back to Emiliano Martinez. Martinez keeps hold of it now to Martinez. He's slowing it down again. The Aston Villa keeper who's been linked with Juventus. It's now still with Emiliano Martinez, who clears long upfield. Over the top. It's flicked down there by Simeone to Alvarez. Alvarez hits a shot. Good save by Pickford. Down low to his right. Comes out now to Messi. Declan Rice battling for it. That was Spence. Alvarez again into the box. Tricked by Spence. Hits a shot into the side netting. In the end there. But Alvarez is getting a bit of movement and trickery around the England defence in the second half so far. We've got to be a bit more wise and wake up to the fact that Argentina are not going to have the same toothlessness in the second half as they did in the first. Shot into the side netting there from Julian Alvarez. And there must have been a flick by Pickford because they're given a corner on this near side. So I believe Messi's come across to take this corner on this near side. To be whipped in, and she's been passed towards the edge of the box as Paredes, back to Messi. He's now going to be able to dink this ball into the box. It's headed out there by John Stones. Comes out as far as Lisandro Martinez, he flicks on. Reece James heads now on again here to Gordon. And it's flicked now by Martinez down line again here to Messi. Messi. Got to try and get past Bellingham. Good strength there from Bellingham to hold off Messi. And it's got out of play for a goal kick to Jordan Pickford. A good play there from Jude Bellingham in the end. I think the ball was allegedly trying to go out to Gordon, but it was well won there by Paredes down to Messi. And then Messi was having a run there at Bellingham, and Bellingham just used his strength to get in front of Messi. Good play there. It's now with Anderson. Anderson now to Bellingham. Back now to Anderson and back to Bellingham. Now gives it wider to Stones. Stones wider to Rice, and Rice now to Reece James. Back to Rice. Now to Stones. Stones. Now to Anderson. Anderson back across to Stones. Now inside to Rice. Rice. He gives it back again to Stones under pressure there from Alvarez. It's now back with John Stones. And Stones gives it across to Jordan Pickford. Pickford plays long out to the side towards Anthony Gordon. It's head of Spence there by Simeone, but Gordon now chasing forward. It's run back there by I think that was by Romero, but it's now with Spence. Spence towards the edge of the box, pulls the ball across. Nobody's there, and Martinez clears out for an England throw on this near side, which is being left for Jed Spence. Spence, who for the first time in this World Cup is playing without his mask, so his jaw's obviously healed now. Spence launches it into Gordon. Gordon heads on now, looking towards Bellingham, but there's a bit ahead of Bellingham. Couldn't quite get there. It's now with Rice. Rice forward to Anthony Gordon. Gordon now goes back to Anderson. Anderson under pressure plays it back to Stones, and Stones now gives it to Gaihi. Gaihi now looks and plays it to Harry Kane, who's deep again here in the midfield. Now plays it across to Reece James. James out to that far side now to Rogers. Morgan Rogers twisting, turning, plays the ball across, again cleared away by Alessandro Martinez. Not enough aerial threat from on that one. So it's now gone back to Morgan Rogers, who's been pulled over, but nothing doing. So it's now with Tagliafico. Now inside towards Romero, under pressure there from two. Now it's with Molina, further inside to Fernandez, and Fernandez now plays it across to McAllister. McAllister. Now to Messi. Messi dinks the ball over the top, looking there for the run of Simeone, but Spencer's got there. Good plays from Spence. Now clears the ball away up towards Gordon. It's now with Bellingham. Bellingham tries to get away from Romero. He's been held. It's going to be a yellow card for Cristian Romero and a free kick to England. That's now both centre backs for Argentina on a booking. So we really do now need to start having a run at the Argentina back line because now both centre backs are booked. And Romero was under pressure there from Gordon and Bellingham a few minutes before. What a great pressing that was. But Cristian Romero now takes the booking, and he's now the third man into the book here in the match. As Bellingham's played it back to Gaihi, and Gaihi now goes across to John Stones. Stones now looks and plays it into the midfield to Anderson. Anderson plays it across this near side now to Anthony Gordon. Gordon having a run inside. Now plays it, well, played back to Anderson, probably deflected. And Anderson now plays it back to Gaihi, who's left it to Jordan Pickford. Pickford now out to Stones. Stones. He turns and plays it across now to James. James now back inside to Stones. And Stones now across to Gaihi. Gaihi goes back to Jordan Pickford. And Pickford plays this one out to Gaihi. And Gaihi now further across towards Spence, but that's intercepted by Simeone. But Simeone is adjudged to have committed a foul there on Jed Spence. The referee's pulling this back for something else here, as Jed Spence took a whack to the eye. I'm not quite sure exactly what the... I think it was an arm, a hand to the face there from Simeone into Jed Spence, which should be a free kick to England, but it's now with McAllister. McAllister's given it down to near side to Molina, and Molina inside to Enzo Fernandez. Back to Molina, now to Enzo Fernandez again. It's now with Paredes, and Paredes gives it across to Martinez. Martinez, over halfway, now plays it inside to Alvarez, who's turned. Good turn by Alvarez. Now plays it wider to that far side with Tagliafico, who gives it further inside to McAllister. McAllister now to this near side with Nahuel Molina. And Molina now down the line to Simeone. Simeone now inside to Messi. And Messi goes further inside to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez down to Molina. He goes it round the corner to Simeone to Molina. But in the end, Gordon's cleared this away towards Harry Kane. And it's now gone all the way back to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez now gives it across to Paredes. And Paredes now to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez gives it down this near side to Simeone. And Simeone inside to Paredes. Paredes now plays a very powerful long diagonal ball straight out of play for a goal kick to England. That was way too much on that from Leandro Paredes. And if he's going to want to make an impact, he's going to have to do a little bit better than that. It's now Guahi to Pickford. Pickford now back to Guahi, as we've got to take this again. And Guahi now does play it to Pickford. And Pickford now strolls out into the middle of his box. Slow the ball, then plays it across to John Stones. Stones now to reach James. James now inside to Kane, who's come deep. Plays the ball over the top, looking for the run of Rodgers, but it's instead there by Tagliafico, only as far as Declan Rice. Rodgers now whips the ball into the box towards Anthony Gordon! And it's in! Anthony Gordon scores for England. What a ball from Rodgers, and what a finish from Anthony Gordon. England take the 1-0 lead on 54 minutes, and Anthony Gordon scores. What a finish. He got just in front of his man as Rodgers puts the ball into the box. What a finish from Anthony Gordon. And England are 1-0 up against Argentina. Choose that. The ball comes into the 6-yard box, and Anthony Gordon makes a smart run across the front of Nahuel Molina and just taps that into the empty net. Good finish. And England have the 1-0 lead, and it's through Anthony Gordon. What have Argentina got now? Oh, as it's now, the kickoff will be taken by Julian Alvarez, and he's giving it back to Leandro Paredes. Paredes now to Cristian Romero. Romero down the near side to Nahuel Molina. Good pressing again there by Gordon and Bellingham, and that's got out of play for an Argentina throw. So Molina plays this one back to Cristian Romero. Romero now plays it across to Lisandro Martinez, and Martinez now to, actually, I was probably Paredes to Martinez. And Martinez now goes back to Paredes. Paredes now. Kane pressing Paredes. It's now with Romero. Cristian Romero turns, plays it back now to Emiliano Martinez. And Martinez further out now to Lisandro Martinez, but he's giving that away to Rodgers. Rodgers inside to Kane. Kane couldn't quite connect with it. And Bellingham wasn't awake enough to the fact that Kane wasn't going to get there. And now it's going to be coming the other way with Simeone. Simeone towards the edge of the box. Simeone into the box. Good tackle there by Jed Spence, who's won the ball. That was a great tackle from Jed Spence. You had to win the ball in that position, and he did. He took the ball away from Simeone. What a tackle from Jed Spence. And puts it out for a corner, but he had to make that tackle because Simeone was bearing in on Jordan Pickford's goal. But what a tackle from Jed Spence. And Messi's going to now take the corner and plays it back again inside towards Paredes. It's gone back to Messi. He's dinked it into the box. Kane then heads this one out of play for a throw to Argentina, which Paredes is going to take inside now to Molina, and it's now back to Paredes. Paredes now inside to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez further forward to McAllister, and McAllister now to Messi. Messi cuts inside, plays it back now to Paredes, and Paredes across to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez now plays it back inside to Paredes, and Paredes gives this one back to Molina. Molina now to Romero. It's now with Messi. Messi turns it around the corner to McAllister, and it's now down this near side to Simeone. Simeone inside now to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez dinks the ball into the box. It goes up in the air, and Pickford takes a whack, but it's got out of play for a goal kick anyway. So, yeah, just enough on that. 58 minutes gone. England 1, Argentina 0. And again, we look at this ball in from Morgan Rogers. Great ball in, and a great finish from Anthony Gordon. As we're just watching David Beckham celebrate that, as now John Stones has it and gives it to Reece James. Reece James gives it back now to Stones, and Stones across to Pickford. Pickford now looks up. He's still got hold of it. He's twisting, turning, falling over. Gives it now to Guahi, and Guahi's giving it away to Simeone. Simeone inside to Messi. Messi. Guahi's having to get across there. Good play from Anderson to get back and block any avenue. It's now gone to McAllister, and then Rice is battling for it. It's now with Kane. Kane back to helping his defence out, and in the end, it's been put out of play there for a throw. That's all come from Jordan Pickford not clearing his lines quick enough. Molina now to Fernandez. Now to Messi inside here again to Alvarez, and Alvarez across to Paredes. Paredes now to Tagliafico, back to Paredes, and Paredes into this near side to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez down this near side now to Simeone. Simeone dinks the ball into the box. It's headed up and across out towards that far side towards Tagliafico by Stones. It's now with Paredes. Now to Fernandez. Fernandez turns, gives it to Molina, and Molina now back inside to Romero. Romero to Paredes, and Paredes now to Martinez. Martinez to Romero, and Romero down this near side to Simeone. Simeone now gives it back to Romero, and Romero across to Paredes. Paredes down to this side to Fernandez. Fernandez with the shot, high and handsome and over the top, and it's going to be a goal kick to England and Pickford. And now we're gone here in Atlanta. Mm. Oh, it's now with Gaihi. So again here we're getting some analysis on the goal as Jordan Pickford clears this one long up towards Rogers, but it's headed forward there by Paredes. It's now down this near side with Simeone. He's deflected it all the way back to Molina. And it's gone all the way now to Emiliano Martinez. He's giving it out to Lisandro Martinez. And he's giving it out to Tagliafico. Tagliafico. Now inside to Paredes. And Paredes forward now to Enzo Fernandez, to McAllister. And McAllister's giving it down this near side to Molina. Molina now to Messi. Messi further down the line now to Simeone. And Simeone back inside to Messi. Messi cuts inside. Bellingham tries to win it, doesn't. It's now with Messi to McAllister to Messi to Alvarez. It's gone back now to Fernandez and wider now towards that falls out Tagliafico. It's now with McAllister. McAllister goes back now to Lisandro Martinez. It's now with Paredes. Paredes across to Messi. Further forward now to McAllister. Stones has deflected that one up in the air. It's gone all the way out towards Molina. Now to Romero. And Romero now to McAllister. McAllister back to Romero. And Romero further forward to Messi. It's now with McAllister. McAllister down this near side to Molina. Molina now looks up. Now plays it across to Paredes. Paredes now looks up and plays it across to Lisandro Martinez. And Martinez forward to Julian Alvarez. It's now with James who's cleared it. Good clearance from Reece James. up and over halfway, and it's not got out of play. So it's now with Lisandro Martinez, who's played it forward to Tagliafico. Tagliafico's carried this ball inside and plays it down to Paredes. And Paredes now to Messi. Messi trying to get past for two, but good one back there by Anderson. And then Rice has to play it back to Spence, who's then clears ball up and into the air. James now wins it back and plays to Kane. Kane out now towards the far side towards Rodgers, but Martinez can play this one back to Emiliano Martinez. Forward now to Cristian Romero. Romero now inside to Enzo Fernandez, and Fernandez down this near side to Simeone. Simeone is blocked by Spence, and it's now gone out of play there for a Argentina throw, which Molina's taken quickly around the corner towards Simeone. But the referee has paused things. Everyone has stopped. There was a moving ball. Actually, it's going to be a substitution, sorry. So the throw will have to be taken again because they want to make this substitution, which is going to be the number 5, Leandro Paredes, coming off, and number 15, Nico Gonzalez, is coming on. So they've gone more attacking, trying to chase this now. Nico Gonzalez comes on for Paredes. Probably sees McAllister and Fernandez now in the midfield, and Nico Gonzalez goes further wider. It's now with Simeone, though. Simeone plays it back inside now to Fernandez. Fernandez to McAllister. Back to Fernandez. And now across to Martinez. Martinez looks up. Plays it back inside now to Fernandez. And now to Messi. Messi dinks the ball over the top. Looking towards Gonzalez. He heads it back. Can't quite get towards Tagliafico. So it's now with Declan Rice. Rice hits it against McAllister. And that's going to be a goal kick. Jordan Pickford's going nuts. He wants more from his side. Jordan Pickford going nuts. As Nico Gonzalez headed this across, good header out by John Stones. Ahead there of Tagliafico. And in the end, it's gone off with McAllister and out for a goal kick. So it's now with Stones, who looks up, plays it back to Pickford. Pickford now carries the ball out again and clears this one long out towards Jed Spence. It's head down to Bellingham. Bellingham now round the corner looking towards Gordon. It's gone back to Bellingham. No, back to Geihi, sorry. And Geihi now to Bellingham. Bellingham forward to Spence. Spence goes charging forward. Looks up, plays it inside to Kane. Kane turns and dinks that one over top, looking out to that far side to Rodgers. Good takedown by Rodgers. Now that's Reece James to Rice, who hits a shot straight into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. It's now bowled out towards Enzo Fernandez, but Rice wins it back. Good win back by Rice. Enzo Fernandez was trying to claim he was injured, but he wasn't. Harry Kane then hits one off of the number 13 there for Argentina, Romero, and now it's with Tagliafico on that far side. And it's going to be a free kick to Argentina for a foul there on Tagliafico by Morgan Rodgers. And that's taken quickly by McAllister inside to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez now to Messi. Messi comes charging forward, cuts inside, still cutting inside, and then plays it out towards Nico Gonzalez. The ball goes to Nico Gonzalez. It's been flicked up in the air, and then Rice clears it out for a corner. And again here, Jordan Pickford is going nuts. I think a few of the England players are starting to flag here. Changes might need to be made soon as we're getting towards 70 minutes. And we're getting towards that stage where I was saying 70 minutes 1-0 becomes very, very nervy if you're an England fan. Messi takes this corner, whips it in. Jed Spence heads it down. It's cleared away by Bellingham. Up towards chasing Gordon. He slips. It's come down towards Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez now plays it across this near side to Simeone. Simeone now around the corner further to Tagliafico, and it's smashed against Elliot Anderson out for a corner on this near side. Argentina really turning on the pressure here. As Messi gets ready to take this on this near side. 60, nearly 68 minutes gone here. England 1, Argentina 0. Messi whips the ball in. It's headed out there by Stones. Gordon clears further away. It's now come down as far as Molina. Molina across to Romero. It's now back with Molina. Down this near side to Messi. Messi whips the ball into the box again. It's headed down. Good save there by Jordan Pickford. It comes down towards Spence, who gets fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to England. But what a save that was from Jordan Pickford. And again, he is signalling, is this the drinks break? As it was headed on there by Nico Gonzalez, Jordan Pickford had to get down to make a brilliant save down to his right-hand side and push that out. It is the hydration break. England have the advantage, but wow, Jordan Pickford had to make a brilliant save towards the end of that period there. Oh, we can all breathe for a few minutes now as we have reached the hydration break. Anthony Gordon is a difference between the two sides from the ball in from Morgan Rogers, swept in there by Anthony Gordon, and that is England 1, Argentina 0 on 69 minutes. Um, just looking again there at that save from Jordan Pickford, and then the foul from the far side. I think it's by Romero on Jed Spence. But it was a great header from Nico Gonzalez off on the ball in from Messi, but a great save by Jordan Pickford nevertheless. But the finish from Anthony Gordon was also superb. It was a great run in front of Molina and a great finish into that far corner. Instructions are being given to both sides here with 20 minutes to go plus the added time. We'll obviously get the 3 minutes added time for this break. Probably another minute and a bit for the goal celebration. So I think there's going to be at least 5 minutes here because there's also going to be the substitution breaks as well. But England are in front in Atlanta at this moment in time. But it is still very nervy because we know that Argentina were behind in their last 2 knockout games and still managed to go through. So it's not over yet. England have to make sure they are very, very concentrated for this next 19 or so minutes plus added time. But that was a great save by Pickford just before the hydration break. I will expect at some point Tuchel will make a few changes to shore it up and to make sure there's the energy out there needed, but still nothing from the England boss so far. The hydration break is now over, and we go towards the 90. In fact, there is a change now, actually. Anthony Gordon, the goal scorer, has gone off. Esri Quansah has come on, and there'll be 3 changes for Argentina. So Anthony Gordon has come off. We're going to add an extra player at the back. So give me an extra centre back going in. Esri Quansah. So we're going to play the back 3 now with wing backs. Esri Quansah here. He's wearing number 2. Esri Quansah. Oh, it's me. And then the substitutions for Argentina are Simeone is going off for Rodrigo de Paul. I will get back to commentary in a second, but we've got Simeone going off for Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo De Paul. We have Montiel coming on for Molina at right back. That's Gonzalo Montiel. He's wearing the number 4 shirt, is Gonzalo Montiel. So number 4 for Argentina is now on the field. And Nicolas Otamendi has come on for the Bucks, Lisandro Martinez. Nicolas Otamendi. As Messi and Spence are having a battle here. It's going to play for a throw to England. I'm just going to sort out the 2 numbers here. It's 7 for Rodrigo De Paul. And it's number 19 for Nicolas Otamendi. That should sort out your details for the graphic. It's now with the number 9, Alvarez. Alvarez inside to Fernandez. Fernandez now to number 7, De Paul. De Paul now down the line towards Alvarez. Is whipped in. It's cleared now by Reece James out for a throw. And I think the throws that has to be taken again here, which Montiel is going to take to Rodrigo De Paul. De Paul now gives it inside to Romero. Romero across to Otamendi. Otamendi to Tagliafico. Tagliafico back inside to Otamendi. Otamendi now down this near side to Montiel. Montiel now inside to De Paul, and De Paul now looks up and plays it across to Otamendi. Otamendi wider to Tagliafico. Actually, this is Gonzalez. It's now back to Otamendi, and then inside to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez looks up, plays it across to this near side now to Montiel. Montiel now inside to Messi, and Messi looks up, plays it inside now to Fernandez, and Fernandez round the corner to Otamendi, now to Fernandez, and Fernandez gives this near side to De Paul. De Paul whips the ball in, it's headed on to McAllister. Great save again by Jordan Pickford, and it's now with Gonzalez. Gonzalez now to Otamendi, and Otamendi to Fernandez. Fernandez now to Rodrigo De Paul. De Paul round the corner. It's played Alvarez out to Montiel. Montiel whips it in. It's headed up in the air by Anderson. Headed out by Bellingham and taken down by Harry Kane. Harry Kane trying to get through. He's not quite got the pace for that. It's now with Fernandez. Forward to Alvarez. Alvarez now plays it wider to Rodrigo De Paul. And Rodrigo De Paul down this near side to Montiel. Montiel, he gives it back to De Paul, whips it in, headed down there by McAllister. Pickford didn't claim it originally, but has now claimed it. And again, they're a good piece of goalkeeping from Jordan Pickford. Hanging on at the moment are England. I don't think this back three thing is working, but it's launched long by Pickford. Kane's chased this one. That's a lost cause. It's gone out to play for a goal kick to Emiliano Martinez. It's going to be a long 14 minutes if all England are going to do is sit in. We're looking at this header here from McAllister, and again, it was a great save by Jordan Pickford. It's now with Romero down this near side to Montiel. Montiel goes back to Messi. Messi inside now to De Paul, and De Paul gives it across to Otamendi. Otamendi carrying the ball forward, turns, gives it back now to Otamendi, and Otamendi now to Messi. Messi looks up, plays it inside now to, I think that was Alvarez, but it's now gone back to Montiel to De Paul. De Paul now to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez turns, gives it across to Messi, and Messi looks up and dinks the ball over the top. Looking at Gonzalez, he's headed it across, and it's gone past the far post and out for a goal kick. But again, here Argentina looking dangerous when they put the ball across the England box. It's actually given offside, but still, it looked very dangerous. You didn't know that live that was going to be given offside. And actually, it would have been onside if that would have gone in. That would have been onside and given us a goal. That was an incorrect call there from the assistant referee. But Jordan Pickford's going to take this free kick anyway, and clears this one long. downfield up towards Kane. It's now going to be gone out for a Argentina throw. As Kane couldn't get there. It's now with Otamendi. Otamendi to Tagliafico. Tagliafico forward to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gives it back inside to Enzo Fernandez. Gonzalez then sets off on a decent run here. But Reece James gets back and wins that one. Actually, sorry, that's Jarell Quansah wearing the number 2. It's now with Gonzalez who throws this one back to Tagliafico. Tagliafico inside now to Fernandez, and Fernandez down to near side to Romero. Romero now to Messi. Messi cuts inside, can't get past Bellingham. That's Rodgers. Good win back there by Morgan Rodgers. He's now come charging forward. Good run by Rodgers. He's got Kane to one side. He takes a shot and it's blocked by DePaul. It's now with Anderson. Anderson turns, plays this one forward. It's deflected up in the air here. It's come back again by Anderson. It's now with DePaul. Sorry, DePaul now plays it across to Tagliafico. Tagliafico comes charging forward, looks up, plays it inside now to DePaul, and DePaul now across to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez now gives it to Messi. Messi down this near side to Montiel. Montiel gives it back to Messi, who plays it across now to, inside, sorry, to Fernandez. Messi now plays it across to Tagliafico. Tagliafico inside to Enzo Fernandez. And Enzo Fernandez now to Messi. Messi plays it forward. It's gone back now to Enzo Fernandez and Messi again here. Messi looks up. He's got to try and get past Harry Kane. It's gone all the way back now. Kind of a strange ball back to the number 24, Fernandez. And now goes back all the way to Emiliano Martinez. Harry Kane's chasing a lost cause again. And it's now with Tagliafico to Enzo Fernandez. Actually, the Paul, sorry, to McAllister. McAllister now forward across to Alvarez. Alvarez turns. Now plays it across to this near side to Montiel. That's now further inside to Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul now inside to Fernandez, and Fernandez forward looking there towards Messi. Good battling again. It's now Fernandez to Tagliafico. He's whipped the ball into the box. He's got all the way through. He's got back across there. Look to a bicycle kick. And it's going to be, in the end, it's going to be a free kick on for a foul there on Harry Kane. But bodies were flying everywhere there. As Lautaro Martinez is now ready to come on. Just got rid of him, Martinez. Now I've got another one. And they're throwing everything at this for the last 10 minutes because the left back, Nicolas Tagliafico, has been taken off. And Lautaro Martinez is going to come on as an extra striker. That's the number 22, Lautaro Martinez. Again, here we're now looking at that ball across the box that was dealt with by. Actually, it's going to be an overhead kick by Otamendi, but that was straight into Quansah and Anderson. Reece James has now gone down. Oh dear. Is that just tiredness, cramp, or has his injury come back? He's been exceptional, though, today, Reece James. But it wouldn't surprise me if he's now going to have to go off for Reece James. And it might see England's second substitution of the game here. It is. And it's going to see Nico O'Reilly come on, which will see Jed Spence switch sides. And we'll keep the back three. Reece James coming off. That's going to become Jed Spence, number 25. And the left back will now become Nico O'Reilly, if I can type. Nico O'Reilly on this near side. Where's number 3? Nico O'Reilly. That's Reece James. And also coming off is Declan Rice, as we had another huge body in there. In the number 15, Dan Burn. So we really are sticking bodies against the wall here. We're building a huge wall as Dan Burn has now come on. So that's now Guy Stones. Stones will probably move into midfield, I think. And it's cleared all the way out of play here for a throw, which Montiel takes. Inside to DePaul, and it's now back with Montiel and back to DePaul, and further inside now to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez goes charging forward, still going, now plays it forward to Alvarez. Alvarez now to Fernandez, back to Alvarez. Alvarez now dinks it over Harry Kane and out to Messi on the near side, and Messi now plays it inside to DePaul. DePaul now plays it across to, I think that's Otamendi, and it's now across that far side with Gonzalez, now to Fernandez. Fernandez now to DePaul. DePaul lines a shot up, blocked there by Nico O'Reilly. In fact, O'Reilly has probably gone into midfield. O'Reilly's chased that one down. Good chasing by Nico O'Reilly, and it's now with the number 19 here for Argentina. And now down that far side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez charging forward. Now back inside to Alvarez. Now to DePaul. DePaul down the near side to Messi. Messi whips the ball into the box, and there's too much on that. Out of play for a goal kick to England. We are 6 minutes plus added time away from full time here. And the number 19 was Otamendi from before. That was a great ball across there. Well, actually, it was a poor ball across from Messi. And Pickford played that ball all the way upfield, trying to get towards Nico O'Reilly. He was going to play that off O'Reilly and out for a throw. It's now inside to Otamendi. Otamendi carrying the ball forward. That's actually Enzo Fernandez carrying the ball forward. And it's now Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes back inside now to Fernandez. Fernandez lines up a shot. Good save again there by Jordan Pickford. Long stretched hand above his head from an Enzo Fernandez pile driver looking towards that top corner. It swerved, and Jordan Pickford had to get a hand onto that and push it over. Good save by Jordan Pickford. Messi then plays the corner back to DePaul, back to Messi. Messi now cuts inside, plays it now back to Fernandez, lands another shot up, and this time Enzo Fernandez has equalised. Enzo Fernandez smashes one into the bottom corner, and it's 1-1. And I warned everybody about the 1-0 and taking everybody off and trying to hold on to it. Oh, Enzo Fernandez scores on 85 minutes. And now we're going to have a reshuffle. Enzo Fernandez, 85 minutes. It's England 1, Argentina 1. Oh, I just knew it. I knew that was likely to happen because you put all the players in front of the box. It comes back to Enzo Fernandez. He just smashes one into the bottom left-hand corner. Nobody really closed him down, in fairness. And then Bellingham did try to get there. But now we're going to have a reshuffle of how we go after this game again. It's probably going to go to extra time. Unless we can pile forward. But Enzo Fernandez swerves that one. There's nothing Pickford could do about that. And it's England 1, Argentina 1. Enzo Fernandez with the equaliser, and England have to go again. Woo! Enzo Fernandez now praised to the sky with about 3 minutes to go here plus added time. Oh. The Argentina fans are going nuts now, as they probably should. And England are going to get ready to take this kickoff with Bellingham. Gives it back now to Pickford. Pickford clears it long, upfield, up towards Harry Kane. Can't quite get there. It's taken down now. It's now with I want to say Otamendi. Otamendi now inside to Fernandez. Fernandez. Now with DePaul. DePaul gives it across to Otamendi. Otamendi carrying the ball forward and gives it wide now towards Gonzalez. Gonzalez. It's one back there by Guahi. But only as far there as Alvarez. It's gone back now to Fernandez, to Otamendi. Otamendi now carries the ball across. Actually, this is Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul now across to Otamendi. It's wider to Gonzalez. Now again to Otamendi. Now to Fernandez. Fernandez down this near side to Messi. Messi on this near side. Got O'Reilly now to beat. Messi puts the ball across. It's head up in the air by Stones, but not too far away. Bellingham tries to flick it further away. Stones has now stayed down. And there's going to be a head injury stoppage for the John Stones. Oh, would you believe it? It is England 1, Argentina 1, with 2 minutes to go plus added time. Rodrigo de Paul's having a word with the referee here as people are seeing to John Stones' head injury. This will add even more time on to the end of the 90. John Stones is currently getting assessed after he just headed that ball out there and then stops. So this probably is just a stoppage to everyone to get their breath back here, maybe. If I was Tuchel, I'd be making another change of trying to take one of these defenders out and bringing another player on that can play in midfield like a Kobe Mainu, or maybe even put a Saka on so we can get upfield. Because now we need to go for the game again. I wouldn't sit with these defenders forever because you've now got Guy Stones, Quansah, and Dan Burn. We need to have a bit of a reshuffle, I think. As we're going to tick down to the 90. We've not played the last 2 minutes, so I think there's at least going to be 7 minutes added on here at the end of the half, at least. And it's now all square. We still don't know who's going to go through. Stones is just up onto his feet now, so we're probably about to get restarted in a few seconds here. Those seconds are ticking down to the 90. We've hit 90. There's going to be 9 minutes of added time. That's 9 minutes of added time at the end of this 90 minutes. 9 minutes to play. You may as well call it 10. John Stones has come off to this near side. The referee's bringing the ball back to drop towards Rodrigo de Paul. He's now dropped it to Rodrigo de Paul. It's now with Enzo Fernandez. Out to Alvarez. Back inside to Enzo Fernandez, who then plays it across to Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul now down this near side to Messi. Messi gets past two, puts it past two, and then Bellingham comes in. Spencer tries to get it through towards Kane. Kane down to Bellingham. Bellingham goes charging forward down the field, still going at Jude Bellingham. He's running out of room. He's got shoved off by Montiel, and it's now with Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez over towards that far side now with Alvarez. Alvarez to Gonzalez. Gonzalez on that far side. He's got to try and get past Jarell Quansah. He's gone back now to Alvarez, and now inside to Fernandez. Fernandez wide to Gonzalez. Gonzalez inside to McAllister. Hits the slow shot. Hits the post. And then Spence has to get there. Spence looks like he's injured himself in the process there. And now Messi. Messi turns, having a run, whips the ball in. And it's headed in. It's headed in for Argentina. And it's Nahu Molina, I think, that scored. Argentina have now scored. And it's 2-1. And England look like they've thrown this one away. Oh, Argentina have scored late. Oh. And I'm still waiting to find out who scored this one. It's Lautaro Martinez that scored. I don't think anything's going to save this either. McAllister hits the shot. It hits the post. It comes out to Messi. Spence injures himself. Messi does a great retake here. Whips the ball into the box. And then Lautaro Martinez, the back post, heads in. Ezri Quansah doesn't get round to the other side, and Lautaro Martinez scores for Argentina and puts them 2-1 in front on 91 minutes. And just as I predicted, going 1-0 up and trying to hold on to it does absolutely nothing. You need to continue doing what you were doing. I don't know why we kept changing and putting all these defenders on, because putting all these defenders on has just capped us and we can't do anything about it. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And now we're 2-1 down. That's bizarre. Utterly, truly bizarre. I would not have made those substitutions when I made those substitutions. Right. Well, England have got 6 minutes to try and save this. It's England 1, Argentina 2. Bellingham's going to get ready to take his second kickoff in a short space of time. But this is what Argentina do. Bellingham now plays this one back to Pickford. Pickford now looks up, clears this one long, upfield, up towards Harry Kane. It's flicked down, now towards Quansah. Goes back to Kane, battling on that far side. Tries to pull the ball across. It's smashed there against the number 4, Gonzalo Montiel, and out for a throw, which Quansah is going to take. Ezri Quansah launches this ball into the box. It's headed out there by DePaul, only as far now as Stones. It's now come down to Quansah again, battling for it. Gone out again for another throw, which Ezri Quansah is going to take and launch this one in. Scaloni's now got a massive smile on his face, and Rashford and Tony are both ready. Wow. Ezri Quansah launches this ball into the box. It's flicked down by Stones. Comes out now as far as Rodgers to Quansah. He puts the ball into the box. It's headed out there by Gonzalez. And it's going to go out for another England throw, which Quansah's going to take. DePaul's organising things there. Rodrigo DePaul's got a booking. And the two changes are now going to be made for England. And it's going to be number 5, John Stones, to come off to replace by number 22, Ivan Toney. And also coming off is Jed Spence. And on comes number 11, Marcus Rashford. So now we're making attacking changes. It's now played out to that far side, whipped in, headed out there by Gonzalez. It's going to come all the way out for another throw on that far side. And Quansah now gets ready to launch this in. Again here. Quansah now throws this one into Tony. It's now back to Quansah. It's now gone across to Pickford. Pickford launches this one long, upfield, up towards Harry Kane. He flicks it on, but it's cleared away there by Otamendi. Only as far now as Bellingham. Whipped into the box. Again, headed out by Romero. Only as far now down this near side to Rashford. Rashford plays it back now to Pickford. And Pickford's going to go long again here. Pickford goes long out towards that far side. Kane then heads it back. It's flicked out back and turns. Plays it back to Quansah. Quansah now plays it back again to Jordan Pickford. He's going to again try and go long. It's launched long again here into the box. Harry Kane goes down, and Martinez has now gone down holding his hamstring after claiming the ball. Actually, it was Dan Burn that went down. Dan Burn stayed forward there. And then Martinez clears long upfield. And it's gone straight out of play for a throw, but miles away from the Argentina goal. That's game management. There's 2 minutes left of the 9 added on. It's now gone back to Jordan Pickford, who plays long upfield. It's headed out there by Romero as far as Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul. It's got inside now to Guehi. Guehi to Kane. Kane cuts inside, then plays the ball over the top, looking there for the. Wow, that's way too much on that. Rodgers is not going to get to that after playing 97 minutes, but it's just pen him in as the number 15 trots over to claim this one for Argentina. Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to throw this one in. It's gone now towards Anderson. It's headed away from Tony by Romero. And then head again there by Otamendi. Anderson takes down over the top, looking towards Rashford. Rashford now turns, having a run at Montiel. Rashford round Montiel, pulls it back. It's blocked there by Romero. And then now to pull out to Messi. Messi charging forward, plays it inside to Alvarez. Anderson battling with Alvarez. And then Bellingham's battling with Messi. Messi goes down, free kick to Argentina. And now there's a flare up again in the middle of the park. And as this game now slips away from England, Bellingham's rattled. It's all getting a little bit tasty down there again. And Messi's now got up the, and referee's telling everybody to get on with it. 99's now been played. We're just watching a replay of the foul. Martinez comes forward to take this free kick. We've played 99. It's now into the 100th minute as Martinez gets ready to launch this one forward. Martinez does launch this one forward. Out towards this near side. It's gone out for a throw to O'Reilly. O'Reilly now throws this back to Guehi. Guehi across now to Anderson. Anderson to Pickford. Pickford now plays this one out to Quansah. Quansah down the line towards Rodgers, with one back here. And Gonzalez to Messi. Messi now flicks this one up and out towards that far side. And is now holding on to it. Battling with Quansah. Goes down. He's not going to get the free kick. And Anderson clears this one long up towards the on-rushing Harry Kane. It's now gone towards. Well, Martinez has cleared it all the way forward again here. Anderson wins it back. It's now with Guehi. Guehi now to Anderson. Anderson launches this one long upfield, up towards Kane. It's going to come down now towards Enzo Fernandez, who clears it. And that's gone out for another throw, which Quansah is going to take. But there's two balls on the pitch, so Anderson's going to smash that one out. So Quansah can throw this one in. Quansah throws it in. Now down towards this near side with Kane. It's flicked up towards Anderson. Anderson now tries to head it down. It's gone back there to Pickford, who's gone charging forward. Jordan Pickford. This one's going to have to go long. Pickford dinks this one long into the box. Martinez can't quite claim it. O'Reilly is battling away. It's a foul on Martinez. That's probably going to be about it, in all fairness. Martinez is gesturing around here. He's wanting everybody to move. The whistle still hasn't gone, but you'd think that that's about it here. Martinez is still holding the ball outside of his area. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on right now, but 101 minutes played. Emiliano Martinez is still waiting to get rid of this. Lautaro Martinez is telling him just to clear it forward. Emiliano Martinez clears this one long. Downfield. And that's it. England are it was too far for England. Argentina have won this game 2-1. Goals from Enzo Fernandez and Lautaro Martinez late on have seen England knocked out in the semi-final. They will play the third place playoff against France. But really, there's no real consolation in all fairness on that one. But England can't make the final. In the end, it is England 1, Argentina 2 here from Atlanta. It will be Spain versus Argentina in the final. Unlucky for England. That's all we have time for here on Turton Talks. If you'd liked what you heard this evening, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also drop a like onto the video. Share it out to as many people as possible. And until the final, when Argentina plays Spain, I see everybody a very good night. And thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.